Hey there! There is a time in every fountain pen user's life that they have to admit there are moments when a ballpoint is actually pretty practical. These moments are few and far between, but they certainly exist. I feel I should maybe have the Professor and Lord Windermere comment on this topic at some point. In any case, I was recently contacted by the company that makes the Hoverpen. Now, I have reviewed the Hoverpen. I'm sorry, I'm trying to balance something delicately, that's why I'm not looking at the camera. I've reviewed a Hoverpen a while ago, and this is the Hoverpen 2.0. Now, I have to be very careful because this is a magnetic scenario. Yeah, there you go. And I was pretty sure that would happen. Now, these are fun pens, they're desk pens, they come with a stand, and I think they're just fun. They certainly have a bit of a gimmicky feel to them, but in a good way. You get a really, in my mind, really fun product that also functions as a fidget spinner, which is remarkably addictive. So, it is a ballpoint. There isn't that much to cover, but I will try to tilt the camera down in hopes of giving you a good view. I think the better view here you will get from pictures on my website, because the camera will have to tilt down, otherwise I can't do these videos, and this really is the thing that you kind of need to see from the side. So I'll really try to take some decent pictures. That's what I have. Let's cover the parts of the pen, especially the stand. Let's do a quick writing sample. It's a ballpoint, it's nothing mind-blowing, and then I'll talk about some likes and dislikes. Let's get started. Okay, let's have a talk about the Hoverpen 2.0, the Interstellar Edition, made by Novium. It's a nice, simple box, and that's pretty much it. So we have an aluminum zinc alloy of the pen, which I'll show you in just a second. I've just taken this off, so you get the box, you get the stand goes here, that's what the big hole is for. Here we have some information on how to use the pen. Very useful. You get this somewhat odd looking tool. This is to get the refill out, because that's kind of a thing, and it's, oh god, I'm still capped. It's been a long day already. Okay, so when you actually hold this, let me do it the other arm. I was filling with my left hand. This should allow you to take hold of that refill, and as you can see, it just comes out. You do get a one refill is already installed in the pen, and then there's another one down there. I believe that's it for what's in the box. So I'm just going to put this out of the way. Give me 1 second. Good enough. And then we can look at the actual pen. So just for the sake of size, this is a roller, but there we go. It has a flat side. I will zoom in. And then let's look at this Pilot Metropolitan next to it. A little thinner, right? A little bit longer too. This is not a girthy pen. Now, it's just a ballpoint. I don't think there is a whole lot to show you about it. So, like I said, aircraft grade aluminum, I hadn't said that yet. We're also allowed to call that aluminium. And it's an aluminum zinc alloy. It takes Schmidt refills that you've already seen. It's in this version, $129 on Amazon. There's also a gold-plated version for $169, and then a version which is really cool. It has a piece of meteorite embedded for $499. That gets very expensive. Then you do have a piece of meteorite. Let's hope it's not radioactive. Okay, so we have a pen, and it has a little cap. And once the cap comes off, you can see this is all magnetic, which is kind of cool. Can sort of clicks into place, which I think is kind of neat. You have these grooves to have something to hold on to, and I think that works fairly well. It's a pretty cute writer. It doesn't post. The cap is too loose to be posted, but of course the real trick lies in the stand. Now, it's very hard to show you this under this camera angle, but I'm going to do my best. It's a cute shape. I really like it. It does have a bit of an aerospace theme to me with the angle and the circle. The real trick is that this particular thing is magnetic. So if you do this properly, you put the pen in, you let it go, and it stands up. As you can see, it's not held in by anything because the strong magnets in there, which I think are really cool. That also turns this into a fidget spinner. So you can spin that. If you do it too hard, it'll fly out, of course, but I mean, it can take quite a bit. And spinning this is remarkably addictive. I initially thought that maybe you could do something so that you can kind of take it out and leave the cap in there, but that doesn't work. Then you get this sort of thing. But that's okay. You can pull the whole thing out with much ease, uncap it because it's magnetic closure, so it's a very fast thing to do. I know that was off screen, but you understand what it's like to uncap a pen, and that's it. So a simple design. I really quite like it. The magnets in there are strong, so if you don't, I have now practiced this a couple times. I've become practiced in just going like stabbing straight for that reflective bit. If you don't, then this sort of thing happens, and then your pen gets stuck, and maybe the cap gets stuck, and ooh, I wonder if that would work. Would you be able to pull this out? Ooh, I never thought of that. That's kind of cool. Okay, so that, like this happens, right? You can get these sorts of things, and it's just a matter of a little bit of practice. So what you're getting here really is, in my mind, an expensive gadget. And that's okay. It's like, I think there really is a market for this. And as you can see, I'll be quick because this is not a fountain pen, but here we have the, let me zoom out a little bit. Here we have the Hoverpen 2.0. It's a ballpoint and it writes. I actually find this a really nice refill because I find this a very pleasant writer. So nice, simple, cute, does what it's supposed to do. Not super cheap. This is true beyond a shadow of doubt. But hey, how many of your fountain pens go into a stand like this and then you twist it? Oops, that was great. And then you twist it and it starts to spin. You wouldn't do that because ink would fly everywhere inside the cap. I mean, it's a conversation piece, right? This is a conversation piece for a desk. I think it's very cute. If you leave this to work, it's probably going to get stolen within a day. But, you know, because everybody wants this. So it's cute, and that's what it is. I think what we need to do next is talk about likes and dislikes. What do I like and what do I not like about the Hoverpen 2.0 Interstellar Edition? There really are mainly likes. I think it's cute. You have to look at this for what it is. This is not a pen that is made to be the most pragmatic ballpoint. It's not meant to be a knock someone off their socks, beautiful ballpoint inlaid with diamonds. This is meant to be kind of a fun product with a bit of a gadget factor, and I think that's very cool, and I think we should certainly respect that. Okay, keeps hitting the microphone. So I think it's cool. I think it's pretty comfortable. It's a ballpoint. I mean, it's fairly thin. It's a desk pen. It writes. I wrote with it. It's pretty good. It's a little thin for my likes, but many ballpoints are. It takes Schmidt refills, which are easy to get. All of this is great. I found it a really pleasant writer, actually. It's a pretty smooth ballpoint as ballpoints go. I like that. So it's cool. It's a cool pen and a cool stand. That's the main attraction, right? Things I don't like about it so much. There is no way to post the pen, so you have to hold the cap as you write with it, especially because you can't really leave it on the stand because it then sort of, and this sort of thing happens, it just becomes flattened, and then it's kind of hard to get the pen back in because it's all magnetic, so that doesn't work too well. In a way, I thought it would be cool if the cap would stay on the stand and you could just pull out the pen, but I've not been able to do that unless, of course, you hold the cap, but then again, it just sort of flops down. None of this is a real issue. I mean, again, it's kind of a fun pen. You shouldn't read too much into all this. That fidget spinner stuff is honestly fun and really addictive, I can say. The only thing I would say is it's not cheap, right? The basic version, $129. The gold-plated version, $169, and the piece with the pen with a piece of meteorite embedded, $499. It's not cheap. Having said that, you buy this because you want to have a fun gadget, and that's the end of it. So there is that. I think it's a cool pen. It may be too expensive for some. That's perfectly understandable. If you're looking to blow $130 on something that is kind of fun, and then this is a good way to do it, I would say. That's it. A very kind thank you to Hoverpen for sending me this. I appreciate it. I hope this was useful, and I'm glad to see you later. Bye-bye.